So let's talk about ugly bitches, or ugly women, or non-attractive females, whatever you want to call them. Obviously, I'm not a female. I'm not even gonna pretend that I'm a female. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that I know the female mind. But here's what I do know based on all the females I've seen, all the females I've interacted with, all the women that I've interacted with, and all the women that I've seen behave differently in my life, and how they're positioning themselves. The primal weapon, or the primal tool a woman has, is her beauty on the face of it. That's been true since humans were around. A hot girl gets more attention than a girl that's not hot. That's just the way it is. And the older women get, the less attractive they become. No dude wants a 50-year-old when they can have a 20-year-old. That's just a fact. If you're a woman and you're watching this and you're appalled, well, guess what? Welcome to reality. This is how it actually works. And you know it. Because you yourself fight with other females for more attention. You use makeup, you use skincare, you dress pretty, you wear high heels, you put on lipstick, whatever. That's been true since forever. And you do your best to appear, sexy and hot. Because you know that if you're sexy and hot, you get more attention and potentially more benefits. So, if this is true for life in general, then why isn't it true for television, for advertisements? Well, it is. In any sort of television show, in any sort of movie, in any sort of entertainment that involves some sort of a female character or cast, or a cast of female characters, they're all attractive. They're not ugly. They're not less attractive. They have to be, ideally, they have to be tens, because nobody wants to hire a two. That's just a fact. And it's going to remain a fact. And so the reason why I bring this up is, and by the way, this is a universal truth. Don't shoot the messenger. These are the rules. These are the rules of the game. Some female journalists that I read about lamented and complained that we should have more ugly women in entertainment. And this is a losing battle. This is like me saying we should all be fatter. We should all be in worse shape. We should all give a damn. Excuse me. We shouldn't give a damn about our lives. We shouldn't start to improve ourselves. We shouldn't work harder to make our situations better. We shouldn't collect more resources. We should all be losers. This is a socialist way of thinking. And no, I'm not going to get political. But that's what it really is. Hilariously enough, I'm wearing a red, like a commie. But whatever. If you want to be equal, you're all going to be miserable. Just look at history. Look at the Soviet Union, look at Cuba, look at Venezuela, look at North Korea, look at any sort of communist dictatorship, because that's what they really are. The people are going to be miserable and the elites are going to be rich. And so if you translate this way of thinking into looks and into people's behaviors and into how people look like, then that's all going to be the same. Everyone is going to be ugly because that's the standard. That's the lowest common denominator. Nobody wants that, really. Especially not a woman. It's kind of like men. What do men want? They want large dicks. They want loads and loads of women. They want loads and loads of money. They want muscles, right? No men want to look weak. No men want to be weak. And so the point of all this is really, this is what ends up happening when people come at some sort of an inflection point and they discover that, oh, I've been lied to my entire life. I thought growing up that being a nice person on the inside was enough for, for people to chase me down. I'm talking about women, of course. Oh, she's got great personality. Nobody cares. None of us guys care. We care about her looks. Is she hot? Does she have large tits? Is her ass nice? Is she slim? Is she beautiful? Is she cute? That's what we care about, because we're superficial. And the audience of a television show are also superficial. And so the point of all this is persuasion failure 101. Don't ask for the ugly bitches. Don't ask for the ugly girls. Don't complain that the girls in entertainment are pretty, because that's what works. Persuasion really is about being superficial when you have to be. Think about that. And with that in mind, if you want to learn more about persuasion and sales, then get subscribed. By the way, just to tie the knots here, or to connect the dots rather. Just like you need to be just like you need to be pretty when you're a woman and let me say it again. Just like you need to be an attractive woman in entertainment, so that you can pull more viewers and make your show more profitable and popular. So do you need to use persuasion to make other people sold on what you're selling them. A woman's best tool is her beauty. Your business best tool, if you're watching this, is the proverbial beauty, that is the services and the products that you sell, and also the emotion you manage to inflict on others. Think about that. This discussion is so profound and long, but I'm going to cut it here, otherwise we're getting way off hand here. But the bottom line is, persuasion is about using beauty where possible. And if you're a girl, that's your obvious weapon. That's your obvious tool. Just don't be dumb. If you want to learn more about persuasion and sales and how to apply it to your business, then get subscribed to my email list. The link to do so is in the episode description wherever you're watching and or listening to this, and I'll see you there.